So we're going to go over some common mistakes with gel polish. First common mistake I notice when people are polishing with a bigger brush and a polish that's a non-tack is they come right here and they start back at the cuticle. And as you could see, it holds a lot of product and it's kind of too much on the brush. So you kind of need to know how to control your flow with this. If somebody has like a high sidewall like this, sometimes you could end up flooding the cuticle there. Now I'm going to show you a couple things that I notice here. See how I'm having to come in here and it's a little thicker? I see this a lot when I'm troubleshooting with our new line. This line is so easy to polish. The formula is designed for full coverage and thinner coats. So you could even see the difference. The reason why I picked this color is you could see the heaviness or how my strokes are going. So this is entirely too much polish on the nail. There's a couple things I recommend for a cleaner polish. Okay, so what I decided is I'm gonna go through 3 of them and kind of show you the techniques I would use to eliminate it flooding the cuticle or moving on you. So we do have a pinch brush, so I'm gonna come back in the back end like this. For this length of nail, you don't want it loaded up any more than that. And then follow through there. I like to start here on the bottom. See how it starts off a lot thinner as opposed to the other? Then I like to come right here and put a little pressure on my bristles and kind of work it up to the cuticle area. When you get close to the cuticle area, see the pressure on my bristles I'm putting as I apply the gel polish on her nail. So you always want to put a slight pressure to where your brush kind of separates like this, and it's beautiful how it perfectly hugs the cuticle. That's one of the features I love about our new polishes. So this could be a challenging color to polish, so now notice that I got it everywhere I want it. I am going to go over the whole thing with a consistent stroke. Okay, now let's say you need to get it a little closer in some spots. What I would do is put a little bit of polish here, take a striper or a detailer brush, run it through the gel polish. Now you'll notice where I add. You're gonna get really close here, as close as you could get. It's much easier to come in and detail this way. What I love about our gel polishes too is they're so pigmented, you don't have to use so much in one application, and your polishes will last you a lot longer. Okay, see how you could see my strokes now? So what I would do is I would polish all 3 of these first. I just wanted to give you that example. I'm gonna come back to this. I would polish all of them if they were not moving. Now, that leads me to circle back a little. What if this one was moving? Because sometimes gel is temperature sensitive. When it's warmer in the room, you'll notice you're on the second nail and you're like, oh my gosh, that's starting to go in the cuticle. You had it perfect. What I would do if it's warmer temperatures in the summer, and I find myself doing this all summer long, and this is a great tip, is come in here. So you saw how I detailed the cuticle area. Now I'm gonna come in and fix my polish with the same strokes, smoothing everything out. And I would have my client go under the light from this point. I would be polishing the other hand. That's gonna save you time with your polishing service from start to finish, and you're not gonna have to clean up anything out of the cuticle area. That causes time, and it actually never looks flawless at the end when you run into a situation like that. It's a little more work to get it there. So let's say it's not moving like it isn't today. It's cooler in the room. It's like 70 degrees. It's a pretty good temperature. So that's pretty much what your polish is going to work like in that temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and follow through as if I'm able to now polish all of my nails at once. So I'm going to get as close as I can. So I'm going to polish all the nails first, then I'm going to come in and detail. And see, I kind of anchored down her finger and bring her up. That allows me to see her cuticle area so I could get it really tight. I feel like where a lot of people are making their mistakes is you have too much volume, too much gel polish on the brush. Like I said, what I love about this brush, it's easy to polish a short nail and a long nail with it, the amount you could pick up with it. So you could see right here, it hasn't moved on me, but I do need to detail it to match this one. So I want to make sure I have enough here. So I always have a little tile. I come through here and I kind of circle it when I come up. I don't just like take up all this bulk, kind of detail it a little and come through here. And again, why I'm using a frosty color, not because it's pretty color. I think it's beautiful, but so you could see exactly any imperfections or where I need to cover. So it's very rare I could get away with a detail like this, because a lot of people have nails like me. You see how far my nail goes in there, and I have to pull my skin down or kind of hold it down to come in with my client. So what I would do is hold it underneath like this. So it's like if you're holding your client's finger like this, it's very easy. You come right here, and when you're holding this down, it doesn't make sense on the training hand because she's actually rubber, but I'm giving you the demo on myself so you could relate more. So I'm going to come in right here and see the fine detail, and notice I put pressure around the cuticle area. This is another troubleshoot. I went over this with somebody the other day. She was floating it on, and on the sides it was kind of shriveling, but everywhere else it was really tight. So pay attention that you are putting pressure down when you do that. If it looks a little thicker, you could follow through, okay? So I might as well come back here because I didn't cure it yet. Also, make sure you get your tips. Okay, so now look at it. The polish job doesn't look so swell, right? All you have to do is come in, and with the cream color, usually it blends in. You don't have to do this extra step, but with a frosted color or a metallic color, you have to come in, put a little pressure and follow through, and it's gonna look flawless from there. So you wanna do this on your first coat. The reason being, the second coat really you don't need a whole lot. You're just kind of going over it. You actually could get away with one coat with this color. It's completely up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cure this for 1 full minute. So what you're going to do to polish a longer nail, I'm going to pick up a little more product. So I'm going to wipe here. So I'll come right here and start at the free edge. And I slowly work my way up. What this does is allow you to apply it very tight and thin, and you have to remember it has such a great full coverage on it that that's the perfect amount where I'm not going in and out of the bottle. So I'm going to get as close as I can here, and you have to remember the training hand has like a no skin or anything coming up. An actual person does, so you could hold the skin down here kind of like I would do here, and that will help a lot. But I never really try to get it all the way. If it will naturally go in, great, but usually you're going to have to use a little detailer, and I'll show you how to right now. So see how that's a really thin amount, and I didn't have to keep going back and forth into the bottle. So I'm gonna put a little bit here. I'm gonna use our striper brush, and I am going to come in here. What I like about this brush is you could get really tight here, and you could just drag it down because it's kind of like a striper brush. It's a great detail for gel polish. Okay, so what I'll do from here is I'm gonna wipe everything off my brush. So you're just kind of, you're not coming like this. You'll make your polishes really messy just from pressure on the side and in front. You really wipe off the majority of the polish. So I'm gonna come in, put pressure, and I could start at my cuticle area and drag it through. And if you notice, like my left hand kind of helps my right hand too, kind of work in sequence with each other. So it gives you more of a flawless look. From every angle, see how tight it is? So that is how you perform a gel polish application your first round on a longer nail. So she'll go under the light for 1 full minute. Why it has to be 1 full minute is because it is a full coverage color. That's what I love about these colors. They're full coverage, and it is a non-tack. So rule of thumb, if you ever use a gel polish that is a non-tack, that means when it cures, it's not super tacky on top. That's usually a full coverage color. That always has to be cured for 60 seconds before you add another coat. This looks really nice. You do not have to add another coat, but let's say you just want to add a little more thickness, or you just want to go over it again, it's totally fine, but you never need more than 2 coats of our polish line. So now I'm going to use the cream base gel polish. I'm going to use Combat Anime. So what I'm going to do is get my little tile here. And I'm also going to demo how much you pick up on the brush for the lengths, okay? So what I'm going to do is come in, and for this length of nail, with our nice pinched brushes, I'm going to go over 3 times, hit the tip. I'm going to put pressure right here and work my way back. So you could see the difference of this as opposed to the metallic. But do you see how I don't have too much product on here? Like, by putting slight pressure on the bristles, it's going to polish really tight and nice. Look exactly how you finish file them. It's not going to add any bulk to your nail. And some gel polishes do add bulk with full coverage. Our line does not. That's another thing I love about this line. So I'm going to get it as close as I can. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and it is like 70 degrees in here, so it's not moving on me. If it's anywhere like 75 to 85, you might want to do a couple nails, maybe 1 or 2 at a time, and have your client go over and polish your other 2. That's a great tip as well. You don't want to be cleaning anything out of the cuticle area if possible. So see how I'm wiping off my back end because it was bulking up? So I keep it really clean and tight. Okay, so what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to detail my work. Now you can see a little bit through here. I never try to get my brush there. I get it as close as I can, and sometimes I'm able to get it imperfect. That's great, but I usually have to touch up one. Let's come right here. See how I like to use a striper? You can even use a little bit longer of a striper if you would like, but no shorter than this one. Okay, so I'm gonna come right here. See how I come over the top? And this is just detail with this polish. I love it so much because it looks so flawless in your first round. Okay, see that right there? So what I'll do from here is I'll cure it for 1 full minute altogether. Now, let's back up a little. Remember I told you if it's moving, you need to cure it for 60 seconds, right? And say you did like 2 nails and that hand went under. By the time you file these 2, you're probably gonna finish about the same time, but you have to make sure they don't bring the other hand out for the 60 seconds, okay? So they'll just be going in and out, but you have to make sure it's fully cured for 60 seconds. Then that way it wears beautifully. There won't be any like bubble or shrinking or any issues like that. So you could get away with 1 coat, but I feel like I want to add 2 just because I want it a little more plush, so I get a lot less. And I'll show you the difference of this one next to the one with 1 coat. So once you spend your time detailing that first round, your second round is very fast, and it's just kind of really tightening everything up. And I'll show you the difference right now. See how it looks a little more just like, I don't know, it looks more plush. That's the word I like to use. It just looks flawless. So that's why I like 2. Again, let's take a lot of it off. I don't have much on there. You don't need a lot. I'm just doing it to tighten up some loose ends. Right there, I could get a tad bit tighter. Okay, so see your second coat is very swift, smooth. It just makes it all look flawless. So now I'm going to cure this for 1 full minute while you're applying on the other hand. So now I'm going to go in with my top coat of choice, and I actually love our soft gel top coat. I like how it feels really smooth. I like the coverage. I like the thickness. So it's one of my favorite. I'm going to come in. So with my top coat, I actually put pressure, and I just do it once, even with this length, and you could see the amount, how perfect it is. Not too much, like just enough. And sometimes I'll see how I flip my brush. When you're putting pressure, your top coat sometimes goes through and gets a little more on the other side. So you may see me do that quite often. So I'm gonna come here, put pressure, come up. Okay, so now we'll cure her for 1 full minute for her final cure. Okay, this is them fully cured for 1 minute. As you can see, they're super shiny and just, they look dripping wet. This top coat is incredible. My next color I'm going to use is Freelance Snack. Now this is a neon color. Sometimes neon colors polish differently. So I'm gonna polish on a longer nail so you could see how much I'm going to pick up as opposed to what I did on active length nails. Such a happy color. I'm gonna come down once and see how much I have on here. So I'm gonna start at the free edge. See the coverage of this? It is so pretty. I'm gonna put a little pressure here. See how I came from here to about here? The reason why I did that is I wanted enough on my brush to blend it all the way in. Come right here. A little pressure on the bristles. And get all the way down. Such a nice polish. Very easy. So you notice I'm putting pressure the whole way through. I'm going to wipe the little bit I have, and it's very little, and I'm going to come in and tighten it up. What I love about our polish line is you don't see me going in a lot of times to get more polish. It's like you go in, you cover the whole ground. You saw me take a little bit off because I wanted to just tighten everything up. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. So what I'm going to do is come in with a second coat. It does have full coverage, but I'm going to come in with a second coat just for that plush look, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So what I'll do is I'll come right here, and I'll do it twice because I don't need as much. The first one, I only swiped it up once. So I'm going to come closer. And this is going to keep your shape just how you filed it into perfection or to your liking. Okay, so I'm going to cure this 1 full minute again, 60 seconds. So now I'm going to go into my top coat, wipe off once, and see right here how much is on here is perfect amount for this length of nail. Put a little pressure here, come through. So I will cure my gel polish top coat for 60 seconds. So when it comes out of the light for 60 seconds, you have that sheen. The way I showed you from here, you should be able to use them successfully and enjoy every minute of it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.